as I'll be away, I'm putting the show in good hands. Christine Filardi is going to host. Rocco's going to stand right by the side, and it's going to be awesome. Christine, are you pumped?
I am very pumped. I'm even more pumped because we're going to be at one of my favorite places, Fido Fitness in Woodmere. Very large, very nice doggy daycare. Can't wait to be there. Thank you, Ellen Adler, for having us next Sunday.
And I feel so blessed that we have Rocco and Christine. We're like a family, and I totally feel that when I go away, the show is always in good hands, and I can relax, and I know you're going to do a fabulous job.
I'm going to do a fabulous job, and we don't want to forget to wish everybody a happy 4th of July.
Absolutely.
Have a wonderful holiday, and be safe. Brian, and happy 4th of July weekend. This is Broadcasting on the Beach with the Halftime Howie Show. Howie's enjoying some family time this evening and this weekend, so I will be your host, Christine Filardi. We have some great guests tonight, and we are at one of my favorite facilities, the Barry Inn and Fido Fitness Club here in Woodmere. Ellen, thank you so much for having us. Ellen, let's get right into it. I want to discuss your facility here. I know you have a lot of resources available to dog owners. You have the Barry Inn and you have Fido Fitness. So let our listeners and our viewers learn a little bit about the services you offer in this tremendous facility.
Thanks, Christine, for having me. The Barry Inn, we are a full-service facility. We have 4,000 square feet of space on the Barry Inn side, as well as Fido Fitness is 4,000 square feet of pure pleasure for daycare and training. Our boarding facility, which is the Barry Inn, is cageless, true cageless boarding. The only time we will crate a dog is if a client requests us to. I don't know.
So,
go ahead.
Okay, so I know there's a lot to discuss. Why don't we talk a little bit more about, so I know you offer a lot in terms of programs here at Fido Fitness, other than doggy daycare, which I will discuss my wonderful experience I had with 2 of my dogs. You were tremendously helpful with Ica and both Brutus. Right. So let's just discuss what some of the programs you offer. And let's say a new dog owner comes here. What are the things other than the doggy daycare that you can offer also on top of, you know, training and nose work? I know you have a lot of great programs.
Christine, socialization, and I think that was one of the things that we used with Brutus was the socialization. Yes. It's really key with the dogs. I mean, you know, dogs will come in, owners will come in, and they'll say, my dog is afraid of other dogs, or my dog is aggressive. Yet the dog isn't really aggressive. He's scared. He's afraid. He doesn't know anything other than maybe being crated because he was a rescue dog. So when you come into our facility, what we want to do is we really want to bring the dog in, get him socialized with maybe a dog or dogs, right. And we bring them in slowly. So you want to bring them in either with the small dogs or with the big dogs, and then see how they react and play with them and get them to really love their environment and what's around them, what they can do. I think we did that with Brutus when he came in, right?
We did. Brutus is one of my really hard rescue. I could not get him into my home at the time for certain reasons. And I brought him here. It was really salvation for me, truly was. I know you knew what state that I was in because I had a very aggressive dog in my home at the time, another male, and I was really desperate to, obviously I rescued this dog and no one was taking him. I was going to have to keep him, and I brought him here, and it was so great for him because he had been tied up on a chain for a long time and he didn't even know how to play. I think in the beginning he wouldn't even make eye contact with the other dogs. So it was also good for separation for him and I because he's so attached to me. So having him here a few hours a day away from me in a new environment was great. Now, I know you also offer training here, and I believe nose work and possibly agility.
Yes.
So tell our listeners and our viewers some of those extra programs, and are they part of the doggy daycare day?
So if you're a member and you come in during the day, we do have training that takes place during the day, and the dogs do get trained.
Great.
Now you have to remember, we're training the dogs and we're working with the dogs, but that's not what just training's about. the clients need to get trained as well, because they need to know how to handle their dogs properly. Otherwise, what we're doing is not going to help.
Right.
Okay, that's for one. So on Sundays, we have what we call agility for fun. It's not agility where you're going to go and you're going to compete. So take that right off, okay? It's just strictly for fun, getting the dogs to be able to use different types of equipment. You know, they do jumps. We also have the weave poles, and we have a small tunnel that they do. And this is all part of giving them a little bit more fun and activities to do.
Right. Okay.
On Monday nights, tonight you're gonna meet Debbie Collins. Okay, she's a great trainer, and she is with our facility. And we have Monday nights from 7 to 8. We have Puppy K, and from 8 to 9 we have advanced obedience classes. She'll talk to you more about that later.
Okay, great.
On Wednesday nights, we also offer nose work, scent work. And that's done with David Sokolow. He's here, and one of his mentors that also teaches the dogs that as well. Then we have other private classes.
Okay.
So, you know, training your dog, it's not just training your dog. You know what's really important is getting out there.
Right.
The dog's getting out and having a job to do.
Yes.
You know, we get up and we go to work every single day.
Right.
What does a dog do?
Right,
They
exactly.
stay home and they lay and they chew and they, you know,
You get bored.
they get bored, they'll ruin your house. But when you bring them to work,
Right.
so to say, or school, you know, they're doing things. So we have activities for them to do. And the dogs get tired. It's not just a physical tired, it's a mental tired. And that's what they need. That's what they need.
So lots of great programs here. Right here, Woodmere, Fido Fitness. We also have the Barry Cageless Grooming.
Boarding.
Cageless boarding.
Right.
And grooming here
Yep,
too.
we have full grooming.
Ellen, let's just let our listeners know your hours of operation, whether you're open on holidays, any special events you have coming up.
Okay, great. Okay, so our hours are Monday through Friday. We're open from 6 o'clock in the morning till 7 p.m. That's our daycare hours. 8 o'clock at night for other additional things that we have going on. And then on Saturdays and Sundays from 8:30 to 7. And again, we're open till 8 for additional hours. Yes, we are opened on most holidays. We were open July 4th. We have a therapy class coming up. We have 2 spaces left, I believe, for the therapy. And that's next Sunday from 10 to 12. And that's being run by Linda Keene. And also on the 12th, we're having Rough House Rescue, which they will be here later on too to discuss their fundraiser event on the 12th. Oh, I'm sorry. And on August 5th, we do have a CPR first aid class taking place. So please give us a call at 516-569-3647. And internet is www.fidofitnessclub.com.
Thank you so much, Ellen. And once again, thank you for having us here. We're going to go to break. Up next, we have some really great guests. We're going to have Rocco with his movie review. We're going to have my sister Stephanie do a special segment as a first-time pet owner. We have Joe Satriano. We have a certified dog trainer. Coming up in a few minutes. We'll be right back.